You know, in the tech space, the word necessity or needed gets thrown around a lot. And yeah, not every device that we get is really a necessity. Now, where does that place the $2,000 folding smartphone from Samsung, the Galaxy Z Fold 2? Is this smartphone really meant for the masses? Is this meant for a secret elite group of people? Is this meant for some, higher ups in the world? Hey there tech heads, I hope you all are doing great and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 like I mentioned earlier. And this is not your stereotypical review, I guess, because I did not really spend a prolonged period of time with the device, but these were my thoughts having actually held the device in my hands and played around with it for a while. So yeah, sit tight and stay tuned. Don't go anywhere and let's get into the video. So the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 comes packing Samsung's latest and greatest hardware as expected from their $2,000 smartphone. It's got the triple camera layout reminiscent of that on the Note 20 Ultra. It's made up of glass and metal except for the plastic screen that is inside, and it's also capable of fast charging, wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging. Everything sounds great so far, yeah? It's got 12GB of RAM and a Snapdragon 865 Plus, so performance is definitely not a problem whatsoever. Now, what makes this smartphone stand out? What makes this smartphone worth that $2,000 price? Well, it's the fact that it folds, as the name entails. Joy. So now initially before I got my hands on this, I felt like it was supposed to be bigger, or maybe I just have gigantic hands, but it's got a 6.23-inch covered display, which is a significant upgrade over the last year's covered display with the gigantic bezels. But opening up the device, or unfolding the device, as the name again suggests, you would be greeted with a 7.6-inch Full HD Plus or slightly above Full HD Plus display. It is made of plastic, so you definitely want to be careful with this. No fingernails, no sharp objects. As much as Samsung go around saying this is ultra thin glass, which they probably have fragments of that in the display, the majority of the display is composed of plastic, so you want to be careful with this $2,000 device. Spec wise, like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't really do anything different from the traditional flagships that we have. Content consumption is an area where you might enjoy it more because of that bigger screen inside, but the aspect ratio could also be a problem as it is more squarish than rectangular, so you would still get black bars regardless of however you choose to hold the device. The main thing, or the main novelty surrounding this device, what makes it worth $2,000, is the fact that it folds, or as Colonel Zangala would say, it hopun hand close, hey, hopun hand close, hey.
Hopun hand close, hey, hopun hand close, oh, hopun hand close, hey.
Yeah, I'll probably just edit that out. So the justification for this price would be the fact that it folds. But is it actually worth it, or is the fold actually that complicated? Is it meant to be that expensive? Well, I mean, Samsung has a very interesting and very intricate hinge system here that ensures that the phone folds properly every time. It's got brushes inside to get debris out. It's also able to stop at different angles with what Samsung have creatively tagged flex mode. And yeah, honestly, personally, I don't really believe that the average consumer should be spending this amount of money on a smartphone. But this isn't really just any regular smartphone, is it? It's more of an experience, and it is quite an interesting experience. It's quite an enjoyable experience as well. It does definitely have its downsides, one of them being the fragility of the screen. It is very easy for you to scratch and damage that screen, so you're going to want to be very, very careful with it. It also has a very weird thing where the cover display is 60 Hz and the internal display goes up to 120 Hz, so that might be another problem that you might face. Another thing that might be a bit troublesome would be the weight. So the device is actually quite hefty. It is basically like two regular smartphones put on top of each other. So you might have to go around carrying the weight of two smartphones with you. But if that is something that you do not mind, then you could totally just ignore that. Yeah, my verdict concerning the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 is it is a very, very interesting device, and it is a very great concept, you know, being able to have a larger screen for more productivity whenever you want. But there are some things that need to be taken into consideration as well. A lot of people that would want to carry out some productivity on their, smartphones or on their mobile devices might need some extra features. For example, an S Pen for the businessman or woman who wants to go around signing documents on a bigger display. Another thing that would need to be taken into consideration as well is the cost. $2,000. Is this the cost of innovation? Is this what we need to pay in order to get this new form factor? I'm gonna leave that to you, because for the average person, I believe this is just a bit too expensive at the moment. My good friend Adam from Adam Reviews Tech and I discussed this on our podcast, where we said that folding smartphones might actually do very, very well in the future, but one thing that they need to become is affordable and much more accessible to the masses. Otherwise, they will just continue to remain in this strange limbo of, is it ready? Is it not ready? Do we need it? Do we not need it? And I mean, unless you're someone like Latrell Jennings, shout out Latrell, who froze his $2,000 Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. You should check out the video. I'll leave it in the iCard above. Yeah, he froze it just to see if it would work. That monitor is very stupid. The results were quite interesting, yeah? So make sure to check out that video as well. I think I've gone on long enough about this device. I still have very mixed feelings about it. Maybe if I can go back to my friend and get the device to spend some more time with it, I will be able to come up with a more solid verdict. But so far, I believe that it is very interesting. It is something that I feel like everyone should experience for themselves. If you can get to a store that carries it, then you can definitely play around with it. But should you buy it? If you have the money, well, of course, go ahead. I mean, it's your money. But if you do not, should you go out of your way to sell a kidney or take a loan? No, heck no. Heck no. But yeah, no, it's not anything, it's not that extraordinary just yet. You would be happy with just any other smartphone that you could get. I guess that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. We are this close to 1,000 subscribers, and it would be awesome if we could get there before the end of the year. I really hope we can. So yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out my previous videos as well and our podcast. Links will be in the description box below. With that said, you stay cool, stay safe, wear your mask as always, especially with the rumors of this new version of the thing we're not meant to talk about. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.